go home. You can never go home. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the 3148. Well, Jay, Greg, Ian, Tom, thank you so much for coming down and playing for us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. It's a blast.
Our pleasure. What would you like to finish off with, gentlemen?
This one's the first song we ever did. It's called My Old Lady Don't Tolerate. It's not Ian wrote it. It's nothing to do with me.
A lot of pleading the fifth.
Uh-huh.
This is the only autobiographical song I've ever written.
Feeling like a bottle, yeah, to tell you the truth. Lord, she's sitting there in judgment, cleaner than a house too. She got the elegant solution. Communicate through a megaphone. She commenced prosecution with the restraint of a rolling stone. It ain't my style to aggravate, but the rest ain't gonna mitigate. I don't even try to ameliorate. My old lady don't tolerate. It ain't my style to aggravate, but the rest ain't gonna mitigate. I didn't even try to ameliorate. My old lady don't tolerate. Good evening, everyone. This is the live portion this particular evening of the show, 11 Mile Sessions Live. And in the studio, I have the band, I'm hoping I get this right, BMCM3.
BMC3, yeah. Brian McCoskey is my name, and this is the Brian McCoskey Trio, but I gave it its own name instead of calling it the Brian McCoskey. I don't have an ego, so.
I'm just wondering, in this day and age when you have things like pronoun preference and then AI, how would they pronounce AI? In AI, it would be...
I'm going to ask AI that.
It would be capital B, capital M, lowercase c, uppercase M, the number 3. Imagine saying that as your band name.
That's perfect. It might hit.
And by then the show would be over with. Anyway, all right. Why don't we get started, gentlemen? How you doing?
We're doing great. I'm doing great.
All righty. How would you like to start out?
We'll be happy to play a couple of these original songs of mine, and we're going to start off with a song called "Broke Romance." And "Broke Romance" is about being a very broke musician, and which I would say that most musicians at some point in time in their life can relate to.
I would think.
Yeah, I wrote this song. A pretty little lady came up to me one night after an open mic, and she gave me her phone number. She said, "Give me a call," and I thought to myself, I've got about $46 in my bank account right now. This is gonna be a short date, but I'm gonna give you a call anyway. And
Hey.
made it work. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start off with "Broke Romance." Thanks so much. 1, 2, ready. Got $46 to my name, but hey, would you like to go out for dinner, drinks, and dancing? Even though I'm broke, won't be rubbing elbows with no rich folk. But I could read your poetry, I carve our names in a tree, and I'll surely show you a good time. $46 to my name, but hey, would you like to go out for dinner, drinks, and dancing? Even though I'm broke as shit. If you were hungry for fish, I'd be better off trying to catch it. Or we could dine and dash and then talk about our past. I'll surely show you a good time. It don't have to cost a dime for us to have ourselves a real fun, fancy time. It don't have to cost a dime. So just say you'll go, even though I'm no CEO. I can surely show you a good time.
gonna have a good time. So just take a chance, a broke romance. I know that you'll have a good time. And in the morning you might be rich.
All right. So was there a happy ending to that story you told us before the song began?
There's always a happy ending when it comes to broke romance.
Okay.
Hey, keep it clean, okay?
Oh!
Keep it clean. Oh my God. That would be a first.
Yeah.
All right. So what we usually do after the first track, we go around the room, introduce ourselves. Keep in mind, not all streaming platforms we're using have video, so that's why we actually tell you, hey, who are you? Starting with you, sir.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm the bass player of the B McC3.
All righty.
My name is Brian McCoskey, and obviously I'm the guitar player and songwriter for the B McC3, as well as all Brian McCoskey music.
All right. And last but not least, that derelict back there.
I've just had my mail forwarded here now. Is that cool? And all my calls are coming here now. Is that cool?
You should. I mean,
Yeah.
if they can't find you
Yeah.
anywhere else, you know. Have you checked?
Yeah. I'm Nick. I'm the drummer for B McC3. Yeah.
All right. When did you put this together, the three of you?
So it's been kind of an on and off thing for a few years now. I would say we really got serious about it in the fall or winter, pretty much. I'd say about that. I've been gigging as a solo acoustic singer-songwriter thing all over Michigan now for the last 2-3 years, kind of on a full-time basis. I had a son, my son Drew.
How old is he now?
He's 4. And,
wow, you started late.
Well, yeah, I started late.
Hi,
and,
Drew.
Yeah, hi, Drew, buddy. And yeah, we had him during COVID, and it was kind of one of those things where, you know, as all the gigs dried up and I was going through this big life change, there was definitely a part of me that thought maybe I had run my musical, you know, career / life / love / passion had ran its course, life, you know. And there was a point where my grandfather played for the Detroit Tigers, actually. And
Okay.
yeah, there's the reason why I tell you this.
What era? What years?
He went to the 1940 World Series.
Your father.
My grandfather.
Oh, grandfather.
My
I'm sorry.
grandfather
Okay.
went to the 1940 World Series.
Wow.
And yeah, so growing up, I knew him as a baseball player. And my father, you know, took to sports and athletics as well. He was a hockey player and golfer, but you know, he had kind of retired as a hockey player by the time I kind of came to fruition. And
Damn kids get in the way every time, don't they?
and I guess he got tired of getting punched in the face and punching other people in the face. So he decided that golf was going to be an easier sport for him, and he was damn good at it. So, you know, I knew my dad as a golfer, and there came a point where I was sitting around and I thought to myself, if I give up music, what is my son going to know me as? Because I have been, you know, I've spent the last 20 some odd years playing music around the country, and you know, it's my passion. So I decided to go back to work, and I kind of jumped in to the deep end of the pool with 2 feet, and
I'm surprised you didn't drown with these two gentlemen.
well, yeah, I mean, they're not that dead weight. Come on.
I didn't mean dead weight. I mean, but I guess we are going to have to keep this show relatively clean because your son's going to want to watch it if he's not already.
He might be watching it, and if he's not, I'm sure he'll see it at some point.
Yeah. We'll just have a disclaimer, you know. This isn't how Daddy normally acts.
I grew up. I was born in '79, so I grew up at his age in the '80s, and I've heard and saw it all at his age. So.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Why don't we do another one?
To that point, this next song is about accidentally getting intoxicated. It's entitled 2 Beers.
That's breakfast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is 2 Beers.
Sunday morning. Your body telling you it's true. You wait to see the light through the curtains. Your eyes are red and black and blue. And on the floor there lies a bottle. Drink down dry to the bone. In your haze you ask a question. Did I drink this thing alone? Hang over, pass me over, don't you lay there on the shoulder. Screaming in my ear. Hang over, pass me over, don't you lay there on the shoulder. Come running on my worst fears. About these years and all of them early sunrise tears. The funny thing about last night, you only went out for 2 beers. So you rummage through the wreckage. Looks like a scene from a war. No matter how hard you try now, you just can't call that there night before. You know that you tripped the light fantastic. But did you take it just a little bit too far? There's no cash in your wallet. Got no idea where you parked that car. Hanging over, pass me over, don't you lay there on the shoulder. Screaming in my ear. Hanging over, pass me over, don't you lay there on the shoulder. Comforting on my worst fears. About these years and all of them early sunrise tears. The funny thing about last night, you only went out for 2 beers. The day is spent in recuperation. Oh, you still feel a little bit dazed and confused. Then you remember that old remedy, a little of the hair of the dog that bit you. So I hear you call up your captain. He's gonna take you sailing on the wind. You may have to choke down that first one, but then you're ready. Here you go again. Hang over, pass me over, don't you lay there on the shoulder. Screaming
right. As the old saying goes, good to the last drop.
Good till the last drop, and you didn't even mean it. You know, let me at least say that song was wrote in my very, very early 20s when I lived a block away from the bar that I worked at. And this bar had, I'll shout it out, City Park Grill in Petoskey, Michigan. And that bar had bands Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. They had open mic on Wednesday. They had solo acoustic people on Tuesdays and sometimes Sundays. It was music all the time there. So that's kind of where I really fell in love with this stuff, you know, while I was working there. But a lot of times I would go down to this bar and I'd say, you know, I'm going to go have 2 beers and, you know, check out what's going on, and then I'll head my way home.
Mm-hmm.
That never happened. And then I wrote that song about
2
it.
turned into 20 then,
2
didn't it?
turned into as many as I could drink when I was 20, which was pretty impressive. So I've been told.
Yeah, I think we've all been down that road a few times at least. All right. So I know there's a reason why you're here. I mean, not just to perform for us, but these are songs, original songs. And you want to talk about that for a minute? Where we can find those songs? What's going on with them?
Yeah. So I've spent most of my music career as the guitar player in many different bands. The Longest Day of the Year out in Colorado, the Mudbugs here in Michigan. Prior to that, there was a band called Pocketwood Mandingo, and I wrote songs in Pocketwood, but after that, a majority of the time, I was just trying to get my footing as a guitar player, and that was kind of my first love. But I realized as I was learning how to play the guitar over the years, I would learn how to do things by writing my own material. You know, when I picked up the guitar the first day, I was like, okay, who's the man? Hendrix. And I picked it up and I go, okay, so how do I do this? And I bang, and I was like, this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. So I started writing
Just
my
a
own.
tad.
Yeah, I started writing my own songs to basically the bar was never that high. So you know, I would teach myself bar chords by writing a song with bar chords. I'd teach myself hammer-ons and pull-offs and different scales and different chords by writing my own songs. So I've been doing this kind of in the background of my guitar playing time. And you know, when I decided to jump into the deep end with 2 feet, I decided to really get, you know, into these. I had intended on recording the first of many albums, because I have many of these songs.
Okay.
many of them. And but I had intended on recording this fall, but I had some family health issues that came up that was a little bit more important than recording the songs. So I attended to that, and I intend to dive back in and record after the summer slows down, because it's going to be mighty busy for the next however many months. But yeah, most of my stuff is on a Facebook page. So it's Brian T. McCoskey Presents. Or you can, you know, just type in Google B McC3 and you should be able to get there. And I do throw up some live performances of both myself and the band on that. And if you'd like to take a look at that, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. What do we have next?
The next song that we're going to do is one of the first, first songs that it was a very early song in my career. Most people don't know what it's about, and I like that. But I'll let anybody who happens to watch this in on a secret. This song is really about the 60s. It's about like the dream that they had in the 60s and the way that they were really trying to change the world.
It's come around full circle now, hasn't it?
It's come full circle. It's kind of all happening again in I think a different way, but yeah, it's definitely all coming full circle. But this song is called Dream, and yeah, there was a dream at that time, and I guess there continues to be a dream, and maybe one day we can fulfill it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dream.
hope in a dream. Grabs hold of us slightly. New head of steam and blows you away crystal clear, golden sunbeams. Leads us all caught up in currentless streams, like waves close to peaking at the top of its crest. Find hope in a dream and ripples at best. North, south together, the east, the west. Our world without imagination and peace, surely it would rest. You got to dream, dream your way back to better days. You got to dream, dream your way to where the sun shines. We got girls dancing in flowers, boys wasting hours as strangers out there peeking in towers. Hope in a dream leaves reality sour till the golden sunbeams break through the showers. Shed a little light down on your mind. Kinda makes you wonder if this sunshine is blind, or if the man on the moon thinks our steps will climb. Find hope in a dream. Times you will find. You got to dream. Dream
So basically, what getting out of this is you're the main songwriter as far as the lyrics, the music,
That's
et cetera, et
correct.
cetera.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
I ain't never wrote nothing.
Well, we know that you're illiterate.
Oh, boom! You can get one more for that.
And he'd brag about it, so I know I'm not worried about it. That's a badge of honor for Nick.
I ain't know nothing about no learning.
Exactly. That's why I like him so much. He's simple.
Mama always said, keep simple is as simple does.
Yep. So, who were your heroes when you were starting out with your music? What led you to what you're doing now?
Hulk Hogan. It was definitely Hulk Hogan.
I mean,
No one was talking
I was
to you.
very much into wrestling, so. But music-wise, I had a kind of eclectic upbringing with music. My parents were definitely into. My dad's side was definitely into Motown. You know, lifelong Detroiters. So
Yep.
Motown was a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was into Motown as well, but also kind of some old country stuff. So.
Okay.
You know, Chris Christopherson. I can remember many a nights listening to those records as I was falling asleep. And then as I got a little older, I discovered the Grateful Dead. And the Grateful Dead it was still happening, but it was on the tail end. It was on the downward swing of it. And
Yeah.
I got into it a little bit. And that kind of led me down the music of the 60s. All of the music of the 60s. So, and then from there, I've just been kind of devouring music ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any modern artists that make you go, ooh, you know?
I mean, yeah, I do love some of the new old country stuff, I call it, which is, Tyler and Sturgill Simpson. I was fortunate enough to open up for Sturgill Simpson in
Nice.
before he exploded.
Before he got big,
the
yeah.
band that I was playing in called The Longest Day of the Year.
Does he still remember you? Is he?
I mean, I haven't called him in a while, but
Oh, okay.
So
You're not on a speed dial then.
I mean, I made an impression, but I don't know if it was that impression.
But that's still cool.
Hey, the man's busy, okay?
Yeah.
Give him a break. I mean,
But
Brian
that
is busy.
kind of-
Brian is
that kind of
busy. He
stuff.
can't keep up with Sturgill, like some
Yeah,
Sturgill and people
trivial
like that.
things like that. But,
Yeah.
but that had to be cool, opening up for
It was very cool. That band was lucky enough to open up for the 9-time Grammy winners, the Blind Boys of Alabama.
Nice.
I opened up for Lucas Nelson and the Promise of the Real, Willie's son.
Wow.
So, yeah, that band was really cool. If you want to check out that band, it's called The Longest Day of the Year. It's on all the streaming platforms. And,
Nice.
yeah, there's some good tunes out there. I was the guitar player in that band and keys.
So you're almost like on that edge. You could have like.
We were cusping.
Yeah. Yeah, many a band have done that. But hey, it's still
came
better than
here.
that at all, though, isn't it?
Again, I saw something recently, and it was I don't play music. It was like a meme, and it said, "I don't play music because I think I'm good at it. I play music because I just want to be a part of it." And it really hit home to me.
Yep.
Because I've always said you define your own success, and in my mind, I've been very successful at this. So.
That's the way to look at it.
Absolutely.
Because if you're looking to get rich, well, yeah, we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Nick, he's just happy to get returnables. He's cool.
I take my empties with me when I leave band practice.
That's the only reason why he's there, really.
Sure.
All right.
And I take your empties, too.
Shit. Got to keep them nailed down. All right, why don't we do another one?
Yeah, we'll do another one. There's this little backstory behind this next song.
Sure, go ahead.
When I was about 22, 23 years old, I moved out to Portland, Oregon with a lady friend of mine, and it was quite the adventure, and moved out there, big city, lots of cool stuff, and we kind of found our way to this place in southeast Portland, Oregon. It was called Hawthorne Boulevard. And this street was the closest thing that I had seen in my life to a modern day Haight-Ashbury. There were just people, bustling all over the place. There was musicians busking, painters painting, people doing magic tricks. There was just all sorts of cool stuff. And we got this apartment, and it overlooked the boulevard. And every morning I would have my coffee, and I'd kind of just look at the scene as the cars went by. And to me, it was like all these people were living some sort of American dream or their own dream, and they were just happy as could be. But if you look at that street long enough, you realize that there's also scattered a lot of people. With the good comes the bad. And there were a lot of children, adults, midlife, older people. It didn't matter. There was a lot of people that decided to make the streets of Portland their home, and it's only gotten, from what I understand, much worse. One day I came home from work, and there was this gentleman that he was sleeping in the stoop to my apartment building, right in front of my door. And to his left, he had a shopping cart. That shopping cart had all of his earthly belongings.
That's how you met Nick, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And then I had a drummer.
I am from Oregon,
Yeah.
and I used to skip school to go to Saturday market area
Yeah,
that he's
exactly.
talking
There you
about. I
go.
know where he's talking about. We used to skip school to go to Portland, which was an hour away. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this, I skipped school to go to Portland. And yes, so I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, because it was around the same. Well, I guess I was
It was right around the same
Yeah.
time, for sure. But this younger gentleman, when I say younger gentleman, he had gray hair, but I'm pretty sure he was in his 20s because he had just lived a very, very, very tough life. And, I had seen this guy around town, and each day you'd either see him leaning up against a telephone pole that wasn't there, but only in his mind, and he was nodding out. Or the next day you'd see him literally power walking, doing laps up and down the block as fast as he could. It was just what he had gotten into the night before. Well, I guess he ran out of gas and needed a nap, and he took my apartment door as his place to sleep that night. But I came home from work, and I wanted to go into my apartment, but this cat was right there, and I couldn't get in. So I did what any young, naive, unarmed man from northern Michigan would do. I started poking this cat, and I was like, maybe he'll wake up. And he didn't wake up. He just laid there. Maybe a little grunt, but not a whole lot. So I formulated a plan. I stuck the key in the door, and I pulled as hard as I could, and with the door, I slid him a little bit out of the way, and I stepped over him, and I walked up walking up the stairs. Every step I took, I realized that I had just stepped over that this song was selected as a finalist, a top 5 finalist for Song of the Year at the Great Lakes songwriting competition many moons ago, but still an accomplishment. It's called the Hobo Blues, and I hope you like it. Yes, it's sad, yes, it's true. The story I will tell to you. Gather round the trash cans, gather in the story. It's about to begin. Once I was so alive, I had myself a job and a beautiful wife. She was so fine, divine. Perhaps that's why I might have been just a little bit blind. One day I came home a little early from work. Saw my wife making love. Some of the trick, I didn't know just what to do. I closed the door, put back on my walking shoes, began walking, I don't know where. At that point I didn't really care. I was going a bit insane, but I guess that shit happens when your life gets rearranged to deranged. This morning I awoke on these chilly streets, looked down at my feet. There I found my worst fear. I didn't know who I had become, or how in the world did I get there?
Well, I kicked out my wife, I quit my job. I felt like my existence had just been robbed. So went to the ATM to buy myself a friend until the end. But me and Jack Daniels got bored. We drank my bank account to the floor. The one day I heard a knock upon my door. Said, excuse me, sir, you can't live here anymore. I'm keeping rats as pets. My only friends are the homeless Vietnam vets. Oh, what am I gonna do about these here homeless citizens on my streets? It's picking about soul. That's one thing you cannot let go of. So you know what I'm gonna do since I got nothing to lose. I'm gonna sing you them hobo blues. Yeah, singing them hobo. Because tomorrow you could wait on these chilly streets, look down at my feet and find your worst fear. You didn't know who you have become. How in the world did you get there? Now I'm wandering the streets, begging for spare change at your feet. I know that it don't sound too smart, but everything I own fits in that their shopping cart. I'm a hobo and I don't know where to go. But one thing that I do know is, ooh, I might have had it all. I used to think that my house was just a little bit small, but I had the keys to the lock instead of that there cardboard box. This morning I awoke on these chilly streets, look down at my feet. There I found my first fear. I didn't know who I had become. How in the world did I get there? Oh, how did I get here? Oh, since I've got nothing left to lose for you, I'm gonna sing them songs. Since I've got nothing left to lose for you, I'm gonna sing them. Since I've got nothing left to lose for you, I will sing them hobo blues, and I shall hope it never happens to someone like you.
All right. Once again. Now, how do you pronounce that again? I'm just saying BMCM3, but
B McC3. B McC3. Brian
Mick-
McCoskey Trio. I mean,
Get your
it's-
Scottish in here.
B
Mick.
McC3.
Mick. Be a Mick.
B McC3.
Be an Irish. Be a Mick.
okay.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I know visually it's easy to remember. It's just pronouncing the darn thing that where I had the difficulty.
It gets even more confusing because sometimes it's B McC4 when we stretch it out to a quartet.
Oh.
Sometimes it's B McC more.
Yeah, we don't know how to count past 4, so we just, it was like 3. It's either 1, 2, 3, 4, and then after that it's just more. It's like that more sign. I don't know which way that goes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
More sign.
Mathematically, the alligator eating the larger number.
See, I come from a day when everything was Roman numerals. I learned how to tell time on a Roman numeral clock. So, I mean, MCM to me means 1900. So,
Scott's like 60 is a magical number.
all right. So, yeah, I think we can squeeze in 3 more. That's what you have, it looks like. Yeah.
3 more. Maybe
Dude, we've got like 20 more, man.
We got many more.
How late do you got?
15 minutes.
Yeah.
I think we'll at least get 2 of these in.
All right. So, what do we have next?
The next song is about inclusion. It's about not needing, whether it's a leather jacket in high school to be cool, or a black leather jacket in a gang, or a biker gang, or this, that, and the other thing. It doesn't matter what you wear, or what you do, or what you feel. You don't need designer clothing. You don't need any of that stuff. You just need to be you, because we're all in this together. And it's called Carbon Copy. Hope you like it. Well, carbon copy, cookie cutter, why you wanna be like all the other people out there? Well, there's many different names and faces for places, but we're all part of just one human race. You and me is me. So why you wanna be like he or she? You could have a little bit of individuality and not get your advice from no Vogue or MTV. Well, there's many different eyes and colors of hair. There's so much in everyone's soul to bear. You ain't gotta stoop so low to sell your soul for less of rock and roll. To win yourself a popular opinion poll defeats that point of living as a whole. Well, carbon copy, cookie cutter, why you wanna be like all the other people out there? Different names and faces and places, but we're all part of just one human race. You and me is me. Why you wanna be like he or she? You could have a little bit of individuality and not get your advice from no Vogue or MTV. Well, many people decide at a very young age to fit in, well, they gotta take to the stage. Pretend to be something where they're just plain not. Fancy clothes, listen to bad music a lot, to become the talk of the town, a real hot shot, just a self-programmed hit robot. We don't need black leather jacket. We don't need designer jeans. Well, it don't matter what you got or what you don't, no matter how it seems. Carbon copy, cookie cutter, why you wanna be like all the other people out there? Well, there's many different names and faces for places, but we're all
part of just what you've been raised. You and me is me. So why you wanna be like he or she? You could have a little bit of individuality and not get your advice from no Vogue or MTV. Well, many people out there, they rock the same style. Seems like the whole world's youth's in denial that this generation's art is art. It's all hip-hop beats and flashy bling. If you got sex appeal, you don't have to know how to sing. It's all about listening to a cash register ring. We don't need no black leather jacket. We don't need designer jeans. Well, it don't matter what you got or what you don't, no matter how it seems. Well, it don't matter what you got or what you don't, no matter how it seems. Well, it don't matter what you got or what you don't, no matter how it seems.
I must say, that's not something you see or hear very often, Brian. You basically go for a very clean sound as far as your guitar playing. There's almost zero effects. There's no distortion. You're not trying to make it sound like it's not. That's a guitar.
Oh, just wait. The next one might get effective. But yeah.
But overall, though, does that come from your... I noticed that Grateful Dead would do that at times.
Yeah, a little bit of that. I think a lot of it comes from playing the acoustic guitar most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
As a soloist, I'm out there most of the time playing an acoustic guitar, and other than volume swell, boost,
Right.
it's kind of the same thing. It's it's the acoustic sound, and then maybe just a little bit pumped on the lead, but it's still an acoustic sound. and
Yeah,
pretty,
so you're basically naked, so to speak.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
when you're playing, you're not
Yeah.
trying to show off. Hence carbon copy, right?
Yeah, carbon copy, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
I think the boy's got a lot of classic country in him.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Did I
Alright.
hit the mic, Alan? Oh, okay.
You might have.
Whatever happened, it was Nick's fault. I mean,
I
just
destroyed this mic.
bottom
over
line.
Here.
Bottom
I spit
line.
on it.
All right, so you can kind of see the clock there. We do need to go at least till 8. We can go
We're
a little.
gonna-
We can
I
go
think-
a little over if we
I
want.
think the next song will get us right to 8.
All right.
Yeah.
So
The next song is entitled Jackie Hawkins, and it goes out to some lady in Oregon named Jackie Hawkins. I never met her, but I may have inadvertently been part of her incarceration. And I won't tell you that story, but
oh, come on.
she's out there somewhere.
We'll make time for that.
That's 3. I told Nick the badump-dump, he gets usually 1 a night. I'm cool with that. And then I gave another one for you.
Okay.
But then he had to push it.
Well, did I pushed it? I wanted to see what Daddy would say.
I'm always counting the badump bump. Always. Anyways, Jackie Hawkins. I hope I had nothing to do with you getting in trouble, but
Hopefully she straightened her life out.
definitely. I think she was probably straight to begin with, and I was the one that wasn't straight that may have gotten her in trouble. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jackie Hawkins, and this is going to be our final song. And thank you so much, Scott, and everyone for having us out tonight.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Earl, for showing up.
Yep, thanks so much in there for all that you do. Thanks for all of you at home for listening, and we'll take you out with Jackie Hawkins. One, two, ready,
want money even though you got yourself a good paying job. Cause it seems like it's only a matter of time until somebody gets robbed. Cause there's vultures and thieves at your back and your knees and every which way that you turn. It's only a matter of time, my friends, until we all get burned. Only a matter of time. You get burned. It's only a matter of time till it's your turn. So find yourself one of them lessons you can learn when you get well, sometimes it's hard to find a lover even though you're lost in some pretty eyes. Seems like it's only a matter of time until they peel away the disguise. Cause the vultures and thieves at your back and your knees and every which way that you turn. It's only a matter of time, my friends, until we all get burned. It's only a matter of time. You get burned. It's only a matter of time. It's your turn. So find yourself one of them lessons you can learn when you get burned.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate it, Scott. Thank you so much.